Well, well, well. Jack Hermansson gets the job done yet again, guys. And here's something very interesting that I'm going to have to tell you. I just watched Jacare versus Hermansson. I predicted Hermansson would win. I did. I just saw him on a different level to Jacare. I saw Jacare on the decline of his career. I guess I was right, even though Jacare did look good at times. How good is your jiu-jitsu if Jack Hermansson's taking you down, he's in full guard, and you can't do anything to get him off of you? Not the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I think, overhyped Jacare's grappling. Jacare's very good. Hasn't submitted anyone in a very long time. Okay, he's kind of fallen in love with his hands, I feel, because he didn't shoot for a single takedown this entire fight. Okay? Jacare, the best grappler in MMA, didn't shoot for a single takedown this entire fight. He may have done one. Maybe I'm mistaken. He tried a sweep or something. Hermansson was against a cage, looking a bit tired at the end of a round. Jacare staring him down, just looking for the knockout punch. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when jiu-jitsu guys start to enjoy hitting pads. Okay? They try and stand up with guys that are boxers. And Hermansson just kept him at bay with a jab all 5 rounds. 1 round I had going to Jacare. The other 4 I had clearly to Hermansson. And Hermansson shot for some good takedowns. He shot for some lazy ones as well. Like, really fucking lazy ones. Really lazy, really bad takedowns, but he shot for some good ones also. Was able to control Jacare against a clinch. He's a big, strong middleweight. I didn't think he'd get it done by decision because it was 2 weeks' notice. And you don't go 5 rounds on 2 weeks' notice, I thought. But apparently, Jack Hermansson doesn't give a fuck about 2 weeks' notice. And he'll go and outpace Jacare, who's had 8 weeks on 2 weeks cardio. That doesn't make any sense to me. I guess that's youth. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's just youth. And Hermansson did a damn good job on the ground. I feel like he should be throwing more elbows, because he was trying to land punches on Jacare, but Jacare was just smothering the arms. Not really taking too much damage. He had a good elbow at one point. I thought cut Jacare, and I think Jacare thought it cut him too, because he went like that and looked at it. I feel like Hermansson should have been blasting elbows on the ground, but hey, who am I to criticise his performance? He just beat, in my opinion, the number 2 ranked middleweight in the world. I don't care what people say. Okay? Actually, no, Israel Adesanya is number 1 technically now, even though he hasn't beat Yoel Romero, Jacare, or Luke Rockhold, or Weidman. So that propelled... So, Israel Adesanya was number 5. He beat number 4 for a belt, and that put him at number 1. So that's just stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. But that's how the sport works, I guess. Israel Adesanya has a lot of followers. Yeah, that's how it works. Fuck it. I think Jacare should be number 2 or 3, at least. I don't think Israel Adesanya is number 1. I think Jacare is the 2nd best middleweight on the planet. And Jack Hermansson just breezed through him for 5 rounds. Dominated 4. 1 round was close. I feel like Jacare should have kept going to the body. Okay, and kind of only gone to the body. Because it was a hole in Hermansson's game that he was exposing. Okay? Because Hermansson stands very tall. He keeps his hands up. A Gaethje guard, I like to call it. He has a very Gaethje guard where his hands are glued to his head. And his elbows are up high. And Jacare was finding a home for that lead liver shot. And I thought at some points that Hermansson was hurt to the body. But Jacare just never went back to it. And it was strange. Very strange. He was rocked in the first round, so maybe he wasn't there for the rest of the fight. Who knows? You know, you never know what's going on inside someone's brain. For all we know, while we're thinking this guy's thinking strategy, it could just be like a monkey clashing symbols together in Jacare's head, and he has no idea what's going on. So who knows? But dominant performance from Hermansson, as I predicted, boys. Hermansson would win. No idea he'd go 5 rounds. I had no idea it'd go 5 rounds, but you know, that's just the way it is, I guess. Hermansson's a beast, bro. Hermansson's an absolute beast. I think that earns him a title shot, because in my opinion, Jacare's number 2 ranked in the world. Yoel Romero's number 1. Here's how the ranking should be. I don't give a fuck about Israel Adesanya being number 1 ranked for being Gastelum. The ranking should be this, at the moment. Yoel Romero, Jacare, Adesanya, Gastelum, Weidman, and fuck Luke Rockhold, because he doesn't fight, so who cares? You know what I'm saying? I don't even give a fuck about Luke Rockhold. That's how the ranking should be right now. But they're not, I guess. So who cares? Yeah, Hermansson, great performance. Great performance. I feel like he could go to the leg kick a bit more, but I think he was worried about Jacare like catching it and going for a takedown of his own. But Jacare, the grappler, didn't shoot for a single takedown because he's fallen in love with his power. Like I said, yeah, pathetic performance from Jacare, and I feel bad for Jacare as well. Not pathetic. That was a bit of a harsh word to use. Not the best performance from Jacare. Not the most intelligent of performances from Jacare. And you've got to remember, this is a completely different style matchup for him. You know? Yoel Romero to Hermansson. I mean, you can't get two more different guys. You know what I'm saying? Hermansson's more volume and pressure and just peppering you away. Yoel Romero is, I'm going to send you into orbit, or I'm going to just be gassing out in a corner. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what Yoel Romero is. I'm going to fly and knee you into oblivion, into the depths of hell, with my fucking uppercut or my knee or my overhand, or I'm going to be panting, wheezing for breath in the corner of the octagon while you pick me apart. Couldn't be two different opponents, to be honest with you. And yeah, feels bad for Jacare. Feels really bad. You can see it on his face in the fourth round. Like, he had nothing left. Like, nothing left. You know, he tried to go to the body a few times, but Hermansson was just jab, 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 over and over again. Never letting up on the jab. Very nice work from Hermansson. I feel bad for Jacare because, in my opinion, he could have been champ by now. Who knows? If Luke Rockhold picked Jacare over Bisping, we might be seeing a different timeline for the entire fucking division. But I said this. I don't feel like Jacare's been in the game since Whittaker demolished him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's been there 100%. Because Whittaker demolished him. I think he broke his face, if I'm honest with you. Whittaker really did him dirty. And he hasn't been able to take shots the same way since. So, you know, Hermansson gets the job done. Very well done. What's next? I think Hermansson's earned the title shot. He beat Branch, who was in the top 10. He beat Jacare, who I think's ranked number 2 behind Yoel. And I think he beat Yoel as well. So, I feel like Hermansson's earned a title shot. But, you know, Israel Adesanya's got a lot of followers. So, and he's ranked number 4 in the world. So, he's going to get the next title shot for sure. Yeah. It all depends on what happens. Because here's the breakdown, guys, of what's going to happen. If Adesanya beats Whittaker and Romero beats Costa, Romero will get the shot against Adesanya. But if Whittaker beats Adesanya and Romero beats Costa, they can't do Yoel versus Whittaker free. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make Yoel earn it a bit more. Because they can't do trilogies like that when a guy's lost twice in a row. Even though it was a close fight. However you feel about the decision, it'll be number 3 and Romero's officially lost twice. You know what I'm saying? So it just wouldn't work. However, if Whittaker beats Israel and Costa beats Yoel Romero at a similar time, they may do Costa versus Hermansson for the next title shot. And I feel like that might be how it plays out. Who knows? Because when you get pneumonia in your lungs and you already don't have the best of gas tanks and you've had problems with your lungs, your gas tank ain't going to be good. And that's how I feel like Yoel Romero is going to come back. I feel like Costa would beat him. I really do. And Costa just been suspended for 6 months from 6 months ago because USADA are so good at working on time. Fuck USADA. What the fuck are you doing? Who cares if you suspend him? Just act like you didn't suspend him, if that's going to be the case. Oh yeah, we suspended him for 6 months, 7 months ago, so he's good now. Right, good. Thank you for that information, USADA, you dumb fucks. Fuck Jeff Nowitzki, little bitch. Like and subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching. Seriously, though, subscribe. I really need it. I really fucking need it right now.